Oh yeah, we're screwed.
Don't say that, Mr. Fritts. Hey everybody, you're watching Warm Ones, the show with warm questions and even warmer wings from West Seattle High School's Film Club. I'm Hannah Shue, and we're joined today by the lovely Mr. Taylor Fritts. Mr. Fritts, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. I didn't honestly know that this interview involved like hot wings, like the show Hot Ones, Warm Ones. So I am pumped. I'm pumped. I think I could handle up to maybe like the 6 or 7, but I'm gonna give it my all. So we're gonna be good.
I think we're gonna get all the way to 8. I think we're gonna do it.
Regardless, I mean, definitely gonna be in pain, but.
I think we're ready to get the first wing in here with our lovely meat handler, Eleanor. Thank you, Eleanor. All right.
Sweet.
Get number 1 going. I think we've got to do a full dunk. How are you with spicy food, by the way? What's your spice tolerance?
You know, growing up, I really couldn't handle it at all, but ever since kind of moving out here, my friends are all like diehard, like 5 out of 5 spice level people. Especially with like Indian food, I tend to think is like the strongest spice level, and Thai food too. So they're always like, I promise, like I can handle 5 out of 5. So like, please, they're trying to like convince the waiter to like give them the actual spice, you know, the highest spice, because sometimes they won't give it to you. I'm never that kind of person. I'll do like a 3 and I can handle it.
Yeah.
4 is gonna be like a bad time. We're gonna cheers it?
Yeah, I think we should
All
cheers
right.
it.
This should be super chill, right?
Yeah, I think this should be easy.
All right. I got the fancy technique where you bite all the way through.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
That's good. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
A little vinegar in there.
Not bad though.
Oh, and I stained my pants. Perfect. It happens now, so it can happen later too. You know, fun fact, I actually stained my pants with a highlighter the very first day of wearing them.
That
yeah, it was the
very
second week of
sad.
school.
Well, our first question. Obviously, you are the orchestra teacher here at West Seattle High School, so there's a lot of instruments that you're kind of working with. How many instruments do you personally like know how to play?
When people ask me that, I really only say 2 because it's mainly viola is my like principal instrument, just the one I've gone to school and been like formally like studying. But that also kind of entails you can play violin. They're very similar in technique and just a matter of reading different clefs. So the viola reads the alto clef and violin reads the treble. So I've had a lot of experience switching from viola to violin over the years. So definitely am very well versed on those 2 instruments. Piano, if you ask my choir students, they would laugh hysterically if I said that was an instrument I can play. I can like play a scale and some chords to lead through a choir rehearsal. So really just string instruments. I'm I probably have the efficiency of like a middle schooler on cello and bass. I'm very bad at it. So sorry, middle schoolers, you guys are learning, but we tend to be kind of bad in middle school. So yeah.
We tend to be bad in middle school.
Kind of. Don't show my middle schoolers I said that.
A sad but true
learning,
quote.
Learning,
we tend
you know,
to be bad in
growth
middle
mindset.
school.
Growth mindset.
You know what? I like that though.
Yeah.
I like that though. And I would give yourself some more credit on the piano. You know, you would figure out some little tunes during Mean Girls when we would do vocal warm-ups in there.
Yeah. I can sing a little bit too, just because I have experience as a young kid. I used to sing in the treble choir when I used to sing really high. But yeah, so a little bit of experience. I used to sing in a community choir before I gave it up for more string stuff. But.
We're curious, if you were to rank all of the orchestra instruments, all these string instruments, what would your ranking be?
String instruments specifically, I would be, is it the saying I would be remiss to not do this? I would be totally a betrayer of my viola section if I didn't say viola first. So of course, obligatory viola. I think like violin always gets enough attention. So like, sorry violin players, you're probably gonna be 3rd.
Pretty
but
overrated.
Cello is just such a beautiful tenor voice. I think cello is probably my 2nd favorite. And then, you know, I love all string instruments. They're so important in like the whole landscape of like a musical setting, like in an orchestra. You can't have an orchestra without one of those types. So I would say viola, cello, violin, and like bass is already cool because they can play blues, rockabilly, and all these other genres. viola needs some love. They can only play like generally like classical music. Come on, let's get some wings going.
Let's get our second,
All right.
second wing in here. Thank you, Eleanor.
Ooh,
We'll trade
trade
you. Number one was not bad at all.
Yeah, a
in
little
my
bit tangy,
opinion.
a little spicy, but I'm still doing a full dip.
Gotta submerge all of the wing in there.
That's right.
I felt so like I don't know what the opposite of classy is. I'm blanking on that right now, but I felt so uncivilized when I was biting into the last wing. I could like feel the sauce.
Oh, that's good. I already failed because I was thinking it was gonna be funny if I start really classy, like take the first like nibble of the wing and the first sauce, and then just progressively get more like barbaric with it. So by the time I'm on 8, like I'll just be like, like just like dig into it. Maybe it's still I can salvage it. I'll go like full caveman at like number 7 and 8.
I think that's a good idea.
So this is like, you know.
This is.
Ooh, a little sauce on my face.
I like that one better than number 1. That one's good.
Kind of smoky. Chipotle. Shout out to West Wings. Sorry. I live in North Seattle, so I'm really bad.
Yes, shout out West Wings. They gave us these wings for free. You should totally go there and get wings.
They're actually delicious, for real.
Just, chef's kiss.
Beautiful.
Great wings. I feel like a lot of people kind of say people become high school teachers either because their high school experience was awesome and like they want to relive high school forever, or because their high school experience maybe wasn't that great and they want to like make it better for other people. What was your high school experience like? Are you okay?
I laughed and like sucked in air. Now I have a pepper flake in my throat. It's fine. It's funny you say that because oh God. Because I agree. I was probably like, I wasn't like bad, but I definitely was like kind of, I remember really wanting to be done with high school by junior year. Like I was just kind of over it. But I was never like really giving anybody a hard time. The worst I would ever do, and I probably told my orchestra this against my better judgment, my friend Dan was in the same physics class, science class, except he had it like 6th period and I had it like 2nd period. So I would kind of leave like notes under the desk, like a scavenger hunt. So he would like, I would be like, Dan, like make sure you check under your desk, you know, or maybe check under the desk I sit at, like, you know, run over there and pick up the Post-it note. And then I'll like take him around the classroom. He'll be like, all right, like first Post-it says like, okay, go to the back drawer by the window next to the TV and open the drawer. And then he'll have another note. And then eventually I'll leave him like some of my lunch that I didn't eat. So it'd be like an old slice of bologna.
So just a daily scavenger hunt for Dan?
It wasn't daily, but it was like every now and then when I was just like, you know, we needed like a pick-me-up, you know, you needed something to brighten your day. It would be at the teacher's expense because then she'd see that there was like a guy searching around for like old lunch meat and cheese and stuff that was like open, like in a drawer. I think the worst we did is we opened up like the CD drive.
That would be good though if you open it up and there's just like a slice of bologna or something.
That's great. I mean, it's round. It feels like it would fit in there.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Amy, and sorry for doing that.
This is Mr. Fritz's public apology to
right.
Miss Amy for what happened all those years ago.
Yeah, but it was fine. You know, it was not. It didn't go beyond that. I would say that was probably the worst I got. It made for some good stories.
That's good.
Yeah. So I guess if that does answer your question, like, was I a bad student, or I forget what the prompt was. It was like
what was your high school experience like?
It was a lot more than that. Like, I'll be clear. I definitely did a lot of musical stuff outside of the school. Like for me, I was a pit person. I was playing in the pit for musicals. But I look back on it fondly. I had a really good high school and some good friends and all that. So good stuff.
And it looks like our next wing
Round
is
3.
here.
Oh, it's your turn. You gotta
Thank
take the
Eleanor.
stop off.
I'm on
You're on
sauce
lid
duty
duty.
for this one.
Yep.
There we go.
I'm gonna dunk the wing real quick. Hold on. Whoop. Dunk and twirl.
Very good technique.
Tap the rim.
I applaud your wing dunking.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Should we
All right.
cheers?
Yes. Oh.
Oh no.
It tripped. It's all right.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Wing number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, manageable.
Mm-hmm. So, why did you decide to become a teacher? I know that's
Well,
kind of a-
no, I know it's
kind of a
tricky. I mean,
question, but-
my very like usual answer is really that I have a lot of like experience seeing the teacher kind of lifestyle. Like my dad, growing up, my dad, he's retired now, but he was a choir teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he worked at Mineola High School in Long Island, New York, closer to the city. So, yeah, just kind of seeing him on the average kind of day. And, you know, I didn't get any kind of holding back from, like, his bad days, too. He'll be like, you know, coming home, he's like having rough times with, I could tell a difference between the first school he was at, which I think he liked better, and then the second school having bad experience. Oh, my gosh. Got that.
More pepper flakes down the throat.
It's the worst. I gotta stop inhaling really deeply. I'll be fine. So, just having different experiences, because like when you switch schools, you have different administration, different families. Sometimes the families are, you know, expecting more from you or more demanding. So I mean, I've seen like the good and the bad sides of teaching and all that. So
Definitely.
I feel like I could handle the bad sides of what he saw. Sometimes I feel like I can handle it better than he did. But
No, I think you handled it. I think you handle teaching very well. I think you're a great
thank
teacher.
you. Thank you. I try. I mean, I definitely see how, like, because I mean, from my father's perspective, like, he's a very different kind of a, like, person when it comes to handling certain situations. I mean, but he's, I mean, a great guy. Like, he's a very good musician and all that. But I think I've learned kind of how I can approach things sometimes differently.
Thank you very much, Eleanor, for continuing to
Yes.
bring us our wings.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Ronta, I think it's you.
Oh,
can
my turn.
go ahead and do
This
the
one's in
honors.
red. Maybe that's the turning point.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
All right.
A little bit scared. I haven't had any reason to not like just absolutely cover the wing yet. Maybe
I know
this
the
will be
audience is
it.
going to think I'm lying because I've been choking all interview, but I'm actually doing fine. I just keep inhaling and pepper gets in my lungs. So
You're
I'm going to
totally
not
good.
do that.
Okay.
Ready?
I believe in you.
Okay. Oh. Compared to like the average Seattleite, no offense, people from Seattle, which is me included, but I feel like I can handle spice more than the average Seattle person. Like usually, usually when there's like a Seattle spice to something, like you want it spicy, and you say yeah, and you're from Seattle, it's like
It's not that spicy.
yeah, it's like Frank's
Yeah.
Red Hot. It's like I don't know, I could be mistaken, but
You mentioned Long Island during our last question. Why did you decide to move to Seattle from Huntington, Long Island?
it's really funny because I don't really have like a huge reason. It was a very last minute decision. I had two really good friends of mine who like were planning this trip for a while, and I kind of came to this realization like really last minute when they were gonna be like a week from leaving. I was like, all right, well I'm out of college. I saved up some money. Working a summer job. Like, what's my next step? And I was like, dang, like I either am gonna be like moving in with my parents, deciding for a while my next steps, and it's gonna be a hard decision for me, or I could just make a leap of faith with my friends and just like move out with them. I have enough money saved for rent and all that for like 3 months, and just try to find some music-related jobs and all that. So we just kind of booked it across the country.
Wow.
They had interviews set up where we only had 4 days to go across the country, which is insane. Like
That is
That's-
crazy. That is a long
Yeah.
way to go in 4 days.
New York to Washington, it's literally the polar opposite. Can I tell you like a highlight of the trip?
Yeah, of course.
I went up to like a big bison, like at a national park rest stop thing. But there are bison in the parking lot, and apparently I didn't know this after the fact, but like they can like literally trample you to death.
Yeah,
and I like went
bison
up
are
to it and was like,
huge.
like trying to do like the dog whisperer thing, where you're like, and I was trying to like, I didn't touch it, but it was really stupid. Like I was getting really close to it.
Oh my god.
And then I like walked back to the car and I saw a sign that was like, do not interact with the bison.
Don't touch the bison. Don't go up to the bison.
And then my friends kind of gave me trouble from that for a while. I mean, it didn't trample me, you know, in a different universe.
In a different universe.
Maybe you would have had a different music teacher.
Hello, Eleanor. Thank you very much.
Do it.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if you were right about 4 being the turning point.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
of
kind
the
of lingering.
red.
I definitely feel like it's 4 is still kind of on my taste buds a little bit.
cheers for number
cheers.
5.
Yep. Uh-oh, yeah. That's hitting me immediately.
Oh yeah. That was, it took a second for me, but it's there for sure.
Like, not like an like I can't handle it, but like an like it's ramping up.
What kind of music do you like to listen to, like personally, other than orchestra, obviously, but.
Here we go. Oh,
Thank
no,
you very
it's
much.
getting spicy.
No, Mr. Fritts, you sabotaged me.
I'm gonna have to do my first nose blow. Next time I'm turning into the camera. Okay. Oh man.
Oh gosh, that was much
Yeah,
worse
that was good.
than the last one.
Favorite music right now? I really like the 2 modern bands I just can't get enough of because they're just releasing amazing music.
Ooh.
Is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I just
Ooh.
think they're great. Nerd out with
They
them.
are good.
And they release different styles of music. Every album they release. The most recent one they released is kind of like a orchestral, which is weird, like an orchestral jazzy thing. I don't know if they released the full album, but it's like a single of theirs. But they do psychedelic rock a lot of the time. They're really, really creative. They're from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh wow, I had no idea they were from there.
Yeah, a lot of really cool bands coming out from there.
I've listened to their stuff, but
Yeah,
did not
they're
know.
great. I saw them live a few times too. Also, Khruangbin was really good. They're a 3-person band, kind of ambient, chill band. Bassist is a vocalist as well. Laura Leasy, that's kind of a cool name. And then the guitarist is really awesome. He does like surf rocky kind of guitaring. Oh my god, I'm crying a little bit.
I will have to listen to some more.
Khruangbin.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Khruangbin. Yeah, let's just
Sounds
get
like
this.
a good
Let's get this
plan.
done. It's gonna be rough. You know, you get a little high off of spiciness.
It's true. Oh my goodness. Okay.
But that's like a natural high, you know, like
Oh,
the art
no.
of performing. On stage, you get endorphins going.
That's another red one too, so we might be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the one biter. There's a lot of dry heat. There's like dry pepper flakes, and those things are scary because that's an Indian food too. Like that's what'll really get you.
Yeah. Now I'm
Indian food.
feeling it kind of around my mouth. You help out with the musicals a lot. You help out with vocals and stuff and singing in the
Yeah.
musicals. Do you have like a dream musical that you would love for West Seattle to do?
I wish I had a perfect answer to that because I'm really kind of a newbie still to musicals. I only really started getting musicaled, so to speak, since working here. So
Really, you didn't do any like musicals in school or anything?
I mean, I was like a part of them, but growing up, I never listened to them. So I would say I've had really good experience with like Sondheim. I think he's a really great composer, Stephen Sondheim. Oh my God, it's hot as heck. But yeah, the first musical I ever was involved in was Into the Woods, and I really got a good taste of what musicals can bring to like the table from an art perspective. Really cool, great solos, great voice writing, and yeah, it was really like sad and happy, and like I really respected musicals. Sometimes like coming from like, it sounds conceited, but I always thought musicals were kind of like you know, just and show-offy and like, you know, belting at the top of your lungs and all this, and it didn't really show the art side of things. But I was like enlightened on the fact that that's not the case. Like there's a lot of musicals that are really amazing, and all that. So I feel like I'm like about to cry because it like
I
looks
know,
like
I'm
it.
like-
Like I just learned that musicals were like so good. It's just really spicy. Okay,
Very spicy.
Let's do it.
Should we move on to number 7?
let's do it.
Oh boy.
That was my number on my jersey in Little League Soccer.
more Mr. Fritz lore. Little League
Yes.
Soccer.
That's right.
Little League Soccer man. Number 7 for you.
Oh no, there's a lot of chunkies.
I know, that's what I was noticing. This one is very solid.
I don't know why I've adapted now to like dumping it on my wing like that instead of dunking. There's a lot of, what am I doing with myself? That's a lot of heat.
I know, I'm a little bit afraid. but we can do it.
Mind
We
over
can do
matter.
it.
Oh yeah, we're screwed.
Don't say that, Mr. Fritts. I need positive thoughts.
It's still really good.
It is.
I could probably
definitely
eat,
dry
like,
heat.
6 wings of those. Probably 3 of those. No, 6. Oh, nope,
boy.
I can only eat 1 of those.
Oh boy.
Ooh-wee.
Well, now that the wings are heating up, we have a bit of a spicier question
Uh-oh.
for you. Oh God. I'm totally fine. I have a bit of a spicier question for you.
Let's hear it.
You teach orchestra and choir. Apparently there is some orchestra choir beef we have heard about. Do you know anything about this? Or do you have a
Only
stance
because
on
it's like
this?
hieroglyphics on my whiteboard. You know, people will say like something, 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 choir, orchestra, you're the worst, blah, 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 or like say like kind of petty things on the board. I don't think it's serious. I think it's just like people kind of squabbling, like, I don't know, unless I'm missing something major. I think it's just kind of like people are writing notes on the board that are like, you know, maybe less than savory. But I think they all know that they're part of the same community. I feel like you guys are all pretty chill with each other. I think that happens more so in like the middle school level, where they're like, we're better than you. And they like actually mean it because they like don't know better. And then I'm just like, guys, what are you doing? What is that one Michael Jordan meme? He's like, stop, get some help.
Oh my goodness.
The memes are coming out because I'm
The memes
I
are
got
coming
spicy
out.
brain.
Oh gosh. Well, we have one sauce left, Mr. Fritz. We've reached the end of the line.
Look at your milk compared to mine.
I know I've really
Woo-wee.
been
It's pretty good.
I've been needing the milk. I might have to refill for
No,
this
you know what? I'm gonna take a
last.
sip now. I got to.
I'm very afraid for this last wing.
Do you watch? I'm gonna interview you for a real quick second. Have you ever watched like a food like YouTuber, like somebody who like,
Oh, like a
Like-
mukbang or like
or
a,
just somebody who like does food challenges? I guess.
I have, yeah.
Because there's this one guy. Shout out to the LA Beast. He's been on like YouTube forever, and he does a lot of spicy competitions. So he always does stuff like this. So I'm thinking of him right now and how he would just like destroy like. He'll eat like he chugged a whole gallon of Tabasco sauce.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was a gallon, but it was like probably a little bit bigger than that 1 liter of milk. So he like is insane. Like he'll do like crazy challenges like that.
And you're channeling him right now.
I feel like he's helping me through this right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like spiritually with us
Yeah.
in this room. If you'd like to do the honors.
I don't really want to. That's okay. No, I'll be fine. I'll be right. I just don't want to go too hard where like the sauce is gonna get in my eyeball.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't think we have any paramedics on the scene for you. So
Maybe I'll have like a free day off of school. Like, Mr. Fritz, why aren't you going to
That's a
school today?
good idea.
Do you want to
Cheers,
like
Mr.
just like be
Fritz.
like a rabid like?
Yeah, let's just
Ready?
go in and like.
Ready? Oh.
Oh. Oh no. That was a bad idea.
That hits you
Mr.
right away.
Fritz. But more power to you for going back. I'm proud. Oh God, I'm very proud. Mr. Fritz. Oh gosh.
Does that count as a last
You-
stab?
Definitely. Definitely. You teach. Sorry. You teach middle school and high school. Some of your students you have now. Oh goodness. Sorry. Some of your students now at West Seattle. I mean, you've been with since they were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
At Madison, what is that like to kind of watch your students?
It's
grow
really
up?
cool. It's definitely a rare thing for a teacher to be able to say they do. Last year was the first year from my first 6th grade group that like actually moved all the way to 12th grade.
Yeah.
So I'm
Was
gonna
it-
use this moment of spiciness to like pretend I'm crying. It was really nice
God,
to
it's
see
so
them
bad.
graduate. But honestly, they try to make me cry every award ceremony because they always say really nice, very sincere things, and it does make me like very happy to hear like the 12th graders who give a speech about how like that music has really been a huge role in their life and how I brought them there through it. And it's like, how can you not feel good about that? It's really nice.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, you've been with those kids like 7 years, I guess, if it's all of middle school and high school.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8.
One more question for you.
Yeah.
Probably the spiciest of all. What is the deal with the banana water?
Whoa.
The people want to know.
I could do like an infomercial about that right now, but I know that's not the right time and place. Can I hold it?
Yeah, go ahead. You can take that
This
home if
also
you want.
might be
a
the
gift
secret-
from us at Warm Ones.
Here,
Oh, God.
It would be rude of me not to offer you some.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because first off, I
Oh.
bought this in a total as a joke entirely because I thought it would be really like stupid and funny to bring this to school and drink banana water, and then people ask you, why is that banana water? I'm like, yeah.
It's so murky. It's
I've
much
never actually
murkier
put
than
it
I
into a
thought.
cup. This is kind of like gross, but smell it. Smell like bananas.
Oh, it does. I feel like I'm in a banana field.
At the bottom of it, there's a little bit of banana sediment, so you don't want to drink to the very bottom. Like,
God, like banana backwash.
yeah, a little bit.
Oh gosh, it
But-
tastes like
So
maybe the spice is like altering my taste buds, but I feel like it's more like you were saying nectary. It's more like mango than banana.
I do have to
feel
give
like.
a shout out not only banana water but to the management of this production because they must have known that I take this to school every now and then when I need a little extra pick me up, you know. So
What was the first time you had banana water? You just saw it and were like, "This is ridiculous."
well, I definitely just like wanted to be weird. I was like, who the heck is buying this? Like, and to be fair, this is at PCC. There was a can that I picked up and put it back because it has a huge dent in it and it's like punctured. And I like put it back, and that same can was there for like 2 weeks. So clearly nobody's buying this off the shelf.
I think
except
you
me.
might. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you might be single-handedly supporting this business of banana water. I mean, honestly, could I get a little bit more?
Yeah,
it's like
maybe it's like the
honestly-
new Prime now that that's fallen off. This is like the
It's
new.
honestly good. You know what we could do? We could do like a Hannah and Fritts lunchly. That's just hot wings.
Lunchly.
Yeah,
But hopefully with like not moldy cheese in it.
not moldy cheese, but just hot wings and banana water.
I'd do that, but only number 8 the spice level.
Only number 8. It's not for wimps.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we're at the end of our interview, do you have anything to plug? Any orchestra events? Any?
I'm actually. Well, first off, I have like a horrible driplet of like snot.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure how spicy parts of that is,
I'll
but
find out. Okay, sorry.
hopefully
I was feeling
not
really
too
self-conscious.
bad.
But no, not much of a shout out. I'm in between like concerts right now. We have a nice like 2 months off. We just had a huge fundraiser night concert at Ben Roy Hall on November like 5th or something like that for raising money for the Seattle Children's Hospital. They do it every year with the Northwest Symphony Orchestra, and it was really great. The last time we did this, it raised like $2 million. It was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Also, do you have any teacher that you would like to challenge to this next?
Of course I would say
potentially?
Mr. Thomas, but I know that he actually did this before me, so
Yeah.
shout out to Mr. Thomas. He is the GOAT. You know, I don't know a lot of teachers at the school no, because I only work here half the time. It's really bad, but it's getting better because now I go to the staff meetings here. But I would say bring on Mr. Wiener.
Ooh,
Dubs.
Mr. Wiener would be interesting to do this with for
Yeah.
sure. He would get really into it.
He has a lot of good like stories and stuff he'd be able to bring to the table.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks so much for
Well,
having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank
Yeah.
you for showing us the wonders of banana water.
Yeah,
and
don't sleep on banana water.
Yeah.
It's good.
It has been a very good time, Mr.
Yeah.
Fritts. Thank you for,
Yeah, of
for
course.
eating these wings
course.
with me.
Yeah, all right.